Oh, it is the absolute worst-case scenario for any homeowner. You know the one, you flush the toilet or you're running the sink and then it happens. The water isn't going down. No, it's coming up, and it's coming up everywhere. It's stressful, it's messy, and let's be honest, it's pretty alarming. But hang on, don't panic. We're going to break down exactly what's going on and what you need to do step by step.
So you've got this awful gurgling sound coming from multiple places. The kitchen sink is backed up, the shower won't drain, and the toilet on the ground floor is, well, let's just say it's not cooperating. What is going on here? This isn't just one simple little clog. No, this is a big sign of a much bigger problem, one that's affecting your home's entire plumbing system.
Okay, let's dive into this. The very first step in tackling any problem is just recognizing you have one in the first place. And with a major plumbing issue, believe me, the signs are pretty unmistakable once you know what you're looking for. This right here is the #1 giveaway. Look, if you just had a clog in your bathroom sink, that's a local problem. Annoying, but manageable. But when you have multiple fixtures all backing up at the exact same time, especially the ones on the lowest level of your home, like a basement floor drain or a downstairs toilet, that is a huge red flag. It means the blockage isn't in some small pipe, it's way down deep in the main line.
And that brings us to the most important question you have to answer right now. Is this your drain's problem, or is it a problem with the main sewer line? Figuring this out is going to determine your very next steps and who you need to call. It's time to put on your detective hat.
So let's look at the clues. This chart lays it out perfectly. A single clog, that's just one fixture, but a mainline blockage, that's going to hit multiple drains all at once. But there are other big clues too. You might want to peek outside. Are your neighbors having similar issues? If they are, that's a really strong sign the problem is actually in the city's sewer line. And, think about the timing. Did this happen right after a huge rainstorm? Because that can totally overwhelm the whole system and cause a widespread backup. So what is a mainline clog, really? Well, think of it like this. Your home's individual pipes are like little side streets and driveways. A single clog is just a car blocking your own driveway. Annoying for you, but that's it. A mainline clog, though, that's like a massive 10-car pileup on the main highway that serves the entire town. All the traffic, in this case all your wastewater, just grinds to a complete halt. Nothing can get through.
So what's causing these huge plumbing traffic jams? Well, as you can see here, it's usually stuff that just doesn't break down. Grease and fat, they go down as a liquid, but then they solidify in the pipes, creating this sticky trap for everything else. And those so-called flushable wipes, oh man, they are one of the biggest villains out there. They do not disintegrate like toilet paper. Over time, you add in hair, soap scum, and sometimes even tree roots that break into the pipes, and you've got yourself an impenetrable blockage.
All right, so you think you've got a mainline clog. The water is rising. What do you do right this second? This is the critical moment. Your next moves can either stop a disaster in its tracks or make things a whole lot worse. This is it. Seriously, the single most important thing you can possibly do. I can't say it enough. Stop using water. Every single drop you try to run down a drain or flush down a toilet has absolutely nowhere to go. You're just adding more water and more pressure to the clog, and you're making it that much more likely that really nasty wastewater is going to overflow into your home. So, turn off the washing machine, don't run the dishwasher, don't take a shower, just stop all water use immediately. Okay, you need to follow this emergency plan to the letter. First, like we just said, stop all water. Second, get kids and pets far away from the area. That backed up water is not sanitary at all. Third, and this is super important, do not reach for those chemical drain cleaners. Do not try to force the clog with a plunger. You could actually make the blockage worse or even damage your pipes. And that brings you to the most important action. Step 4, call a licensed plumber and probably your local water utility right away.
Okay, take a deep breath. The plumber has come and gone, the line is clear, and your drains are finally working again. The immediate crisis is officially over. Phew! But you're not done just yet. Now is the perfect time to think about the future and how you can prevent this nightmare from ever happening again. And this really gets to the heart of it, right? This is why those first aid steps we talked about are so incredibly vital. Taking the right action and taking it quickly doesn't just solve the problem. It can literally save you from gigantic cleanup bills and super expensive repairs down the line. A fast, calm response is your best financial defense.
So let's talk about building a long-term strategy. You definitely don't want to go through that whole ordeal again, right? Well, the good news is you actually have a lot of power to prevent future clogs. It just takes a few simple changes to your daily habits. Think of this slide as your new set of rules for plumbing health. Number 1, never, and I mean never, pour cooking grease down the sink. Let it cool down and then just throw it in the trash. Stop flushing wipes. I don't care if the package says flushable, they're not, I promise. And the same thing goes for paper towels or any other paper product that isn't actual toilet paper. Remember, your toilet is not a trash can. You know, your best proactive moves are actually really simple and cheap. Go buy some mesh strainers for all your sinks and shower drains. They'll catch all that hair and food gunk before it even gets a chance to go down into your pipes. And it's a good idea to have a plumber do a video inspection of your main line every few years, especially if you live in an older home or have big trees in your yard. Trust me, catching a small problem early is always way better than dealing with a big emergency. You know, when it all comes down to it, this is the real question. A major drain backup is way more than just an inconvenience. It's a real test of your home's resilience and how prepared you are. But by understanding the signs, knowing those emergency steps, and just adopting a few preventative habits, you can protect your home and your peace of mind. So, are you ready?